Welcome to the confidentiality module of our volunteer training. In this module, we will be talking about the importance of confidentiality and keeping family information safe, and your responsibility as volunteers. The aims of this module are for you to understand what we mean by confidentiality and boundaries and how we maintain them, and also what confidentiality means in your volunteer role. These matter for the protection of the families and for your protection too. There are strict laws about sharing data and information, which of course we adhere to. Confidentiality matters because we have a duty as a charity to ensure we comply with the UK GDPR and the Data Protection Act 2018. So what is confidentiality? Confidentiality means ensuring that personal data is only accessible to those authorized and that it is protected from unauthorized access, disclosure, or alteration. This aligns with the security principle under UK GDPR, which requires organisations to have appropriate technical and organisational measures in place to safeguard personal data. As a volunteer, you will have access to family data on our internal database during your session. This is given to you on a need-to-know basis to enable you to fulfil your role as an online reading volunteer. You are responsible for keeping this information safe. As an organisation, we have a duty to keep information confidential, and we rely on you to protect the details of the families we work with on behalf of the organisation and to never share it with anyone outside Doorstep Library. Confidentiality goes beyond our legal duty. It also helps us to maintain trust, respect, and reputation. We want our families to feel confident that we respect their privacy and information. Doorstep Library depends on its reputation. If we breach confidentiality, trust in the project and our service can be lost. Some examples of how confidentiality applies in sessions. Another family or someone outside of Doorstep Library might ask about other families we read with, and we cannot share this information under any circumstances. You can talk about what the project does in general, that we read with children online, but you cannot give out any details about a family, who they are, how long we've been reading with them, or how engaged the children are. A parent may also ask about the information that we keep on them, and this can only be shared by a member of staff at Doorstep Library if a family makes this request. A parent may also ask you about a conversation you had last week with another member of the family, and you cannot share this information. In general, the family has the right to see any information we keep on them unless it is a safeguarding concern. You must let the project leader know if the family requests to see the information we keep on them. You should never give out any information or screen share the database, but instead explain to the family that as you are a volunteer, you will ask Doorstep Library staff to get in touch about it. You must not disclose anything families have shared with you with anyone outside Doorstep Library. Children and parents may know each other and may know that you read with their friend from school, but you can't say anything other than we have reading sessions with lots of children. So don't let yourself be drawn into any conversations about what you do with other families. Confidentiality also applies to conversations within the family. It's essential not to continue conversations you had with one parent with other members of the family out of respect for their own privacy. When does confidentiality not apply? You need to know that in some very specific circumstances, confidentiality does not apply. Most importantly, it doesn't apply if there is immediate danger to anyone. In that case, call 999 and give any details that are necessary for the emergency services. Confidentiality also doesn't apply to us as an organisation if we feel the welfare of a child or adult is at risk. We have a duty to escalate that via the safeguarding team. Even if it isn't a safeguarding matter, any information or concerns a family might share with you must be disclosed to your project leader. Doorstep Library has strict rules about contacts with families outside of sessions to protect you, the family, and the charity. These rules also apply when you are no longer volunteering with us. You must not share any of your own personal details with the families you read with. You may be asked questions about yourself, and you can share general details, but only to the level that maintains professional boundaries. You must never share your personal phone number or contact details with the family, and you will never need their contact details. If you are ever contacted by a child or a family member through social media, or you get a friend request, do not respond to the contact or request and let your project leader know that this has happened. You can't arrange to meet up in person or online outside of reading sessions that Doorstep Library have scheduled for you. We record the information we hold on families in a secure database. To protect the family's privacy, we assign each family a code. You will save their phone numbers using their database ID to make sure that they are not identifiable to anyone else. Never accept phone calls from families outside your volunteering hours. If they do call you outside your sessions, don't pick up and let your project leader know immediately, and they will follow up with the family. If a family texts you, only respond through the dashboard. Never send or respond to texts with families on your mobile. All text communication must happen through the Doorstep Library dashboard. If you have any concerns about families having access to your number when you call, you can hide your caller ID from your phone settings. And lastly, never take photos or screenshots during sessions. It's strictly forbidden to take any photographs or recordings without prior permission and guidance from a Doorstep Library project leader. You must also never screen share the database with families. The database contains private information about other families too, which needs to be kept completely confidential. Be mindful of your environment and what others can see on screen. So close all tabs and apps on your computer that are not part of the session. It's too easy to accidentally screen share personal information on a different tab. Think about your background. Make sure that it's presentable, tidy, and appropriate. We ask that you do not have your bed in shot, so please angle your camera away from it or blur your background if you are in your bedroom. You can also use the virtual backgrounds on Zoom. Find somewhere private to take part in the sessions where no one else will be present. You can also use headphones to ensure the session will not be overheard by someone in another room. Finally, avoid using public Wi-Fi networks, for example, in a cafe or library. If you can't access a secure Wi-Fi connection, please tether from your mobile phone instead of using public Wi-Fi. Again, if you need any help or assistance, please ask your project leader. So to sum up, we have a duty to comply with the GDPR and the Data Protection Act 2018. As volunteers, you are responsible for keeping family information safe and not sharing it with anyone outside of Doorstep Library. Confidentiality is important to maintain trust and respect and our reputation as an organisation. This is the end of Module 4, and there is one more module to complete the training. Thank you again for completing this module.